Hello and welcome everybody once again to another exciting episode of RCW StrikeZone, coming to you live from Dayton, Ohio. We are 1 week removed from RCW overtime and the fallout that follows. Man, oh man. Ladies and gentlemen, back at RCW overtime, we crowned two new champions rather than one. We crowned a new RCW World Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins, as well as a new Women's Champion in Asuka. We're going to kick off the show hearing from Seth Rollins. As well as we're going to hear from co-general manager Christian in regards to the Twitch TV championship match that occurred at overtime between Dolph Ziggler and Kevin Owens. And I'd like to re-announce that my name is Stu Spine. I'll be your host on commentary for this evening. So yes, we will also hear from co-general manager Christian regarding to the Ziggler Owens match back at overtime. So here we're going to hear from our new world champion, Seth Rollins. I'm coming out here with a heavy heart because I need to say a few things. These things I don't want to say them, but I need to say them. Why are you called the RCW Universe? Don't you find that strange? Look around, go ahead, look at the people around you, look left and to your right. Are any of these people what you call universal? Any of these people representative of anything you want to be? If you're being a snot-nosed punk kid's favorite superstar, put more zeros on my paycheck, I might care, but I can't pay my bills with your cheers, and your support doesn't win me titles. That's the way it is, RCW Universe. Like it or don't like it, it doesn't matter to me. I'm through caring what you think anymore. I am embarrassed that I ever did. There comes a time in every man's life where he has to make a painful decision for the greater good. For me, that time is now. Whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, Seth Rollins is going into business for himself. He's had nothing but crowd support during his entire time here in RCW, and he just completely threw it out the window. Must be that championship weight that is causing him to shift into attitude here. But nonetheless, our first matchup of the evening, we're having Austin Aries in one-on-one action against Dean Ambrose coming up next. And here comes the man, the greatest man that's ever lived, and he dubbed that himself, the Austin Aries. Former TNA World Champion, X Division Champion in TNA, Tag Team Champion. Was even #1 contender for Neville in his Cruiserweight Championship back at WrestleMania 33. Austin Aries is here to ascend the ladder here in RCW. But he takes on a very unorthodox opponent. And then in the form of Dean Ambrose. The Lunatic Fringe, the former WWE Champion and two-time Intercontinental Champion. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, our next pay-per-view, RCW, anything goes. Which means that we can see a wide array of matchups that evening. We can see a Extreme Rules match, Falls Count Anywhere, TLC, you name it, we can plan it. But here we go, one-on-one action, Austin Aries and Dean Ambrose. As Aries' Irish Whip sends Ambrose right into the turnbuckle. And Aries is proud of his handiwork. And Dean Ambrose with a bit of a height advantage over Austin Aries. And Austin Aries has been dominating this matchup so far, even though we're just getting started. You can never count the Lunatic Fringe out. Delivers a knee to the face of Austin Aries. Into the ropes. And a spine buster from Dean Ambrose. Now Ambrose working the legs of Austin Aries, knowing that Aries can go to the top rope very often. The snap suplex from Dean Ambrose. And there was a low elbow to the chest of Austin Aries. Also coming up tonight, we're also going to hear from we're going to hear from Finn Balor in regards to the championship match at Overtime. In our main event, we're going to have AJ Styles taking on Bray Wyatt in one-on-one action. As well as we're going to have tag team action, Enzo and Cass versus the Ascension. With what there's been reports of, they've got a new member of the Ascension in their midst. It should be interesting to find out who it's going to be. As Aries goes into the cover on Ambrose, and Ambrose able to kick out. As we're going to have some women's action. Becky Lynch taking on Paige. And later on, Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin. We got a full stacked matchup here in Dayton, Ohio for Reign of Chaos Wrestling. As these two are just trading blows back and forth. And the rolling senton from Austin Aries to Dean Ambrose. Another vertical suplex from Austin Aries. And Aries might be looking to put Ambrose away here with the lariat. Well, he follows that up with the spinning back elbow or the last chancery. Seems to be taking his time with Ambrose. Looking to put Ambrose away. Box of the ears, and here comes the last chancery. It is Austin Aries going to make Dean Ambrose tap out to the last chancery right in the middle of the ring. Ambrose is barely hanging on here as he fights off the submission maneuver. As he rains down a right hand to the face of Austin Aries. Following a headbutt. Again, the unorthodox style of the Lunatic Fringe. I know Ambrose trying to get all fired up here. Close enough to his hometown of Cincinnati. We're in Dayton, Ohio tonight. Ambrose is starting to feel it. He goes for the elbow and then the bulldog out of the corner. And Ambrose getting all fired up here against Austin Aries. But Aries taking out the leg. Smart strategy with Dean Ambrose with a slight height advantage. And again, Austin Aries back boxing the ears, and Ambrose fighting off the corner into the side Russian leg sweep from Ambrose. Now Ambrose looking to fly top rope. He might be looking for that elbow drop from the top rope. And he comes up empty, like barely clipping Aries with that elbow. Ambrose again working the legs of Austin Aries. Again, to neutralize a bit of the high flying experience that Austin Aries holds. And now Dean might be looking to set him up for dirty deeds. To Austin Aries. Into the cover goes Ambrose. And Aries barely kicks out of the dirty deeds. DDT from Dean Ambrose. And Ambrose is a little bit beside himself, not sure what to do. Standing STO from Austin Aries to Dean Ambrose. As now Aries uses the ropes to his advantage to increase the pressure to make Ambrose tap out, or excuse me, make him kick out. With extra effort to kick out. And now Aries with an Orton style backbreaker from the middle rope to Dean Ambrose. Very innovative there from Austin Aries. Aries again into the cover on Ambrose, following the spine buster, or the backbreaker, excuse me. And Ambrose able to kick out again. Ambrose sweeps the leg of Aries. Aries with the face buster counter. He's looking for a wild strike there from Aries, coming up empty. And now Ambrose with the lariat out of the ropes. Vintage Ambrose. Here's a move we don't see very often. The running knee coming up empty off Ambrose. Snapmare takedown. Aries with a right hand. Again, another box of the ears. And the last chancery, and Ambrose is far away from the ropes. He's going to tap out here the last chancery from Austin Aries. Ambrose is in the corner, but not in the direction he wants to be facing, to try and grab the bottom rope, or a rope in particular. Ambrose again able to find out the last chancery. Another right hand DDT from Ambrose. What a way to kick off RCW StrikeZone with Austin Aries and Dean Ambrose. Ambrose again coming up empty off the top elbow. Aries again to the cover on Ambrose, and Ambrose barely getting the shoulder up at 2 3/4. Aries is a little bit frustrated. He's not been able to put away the lunatic fringe. And Dean Ambrose, you gotta imagine he's thinking the same thing. And Ambrose again with the lunatic lariat. Aries with a European uppercut. Snap suplex into the cover from Aries to Ambrose, and Ambrose kicks out. Now Aries, top rope. What is Aries looking for here? For an elbow to the heart of Ambrose from the top rope. And Ambrose with a shoulder tackle. And Ambrose again is looking for that running knee. Shades of William Regal. With the running knee into the cover goes Ambrose. And Ambrose picks up the win off the running knee. As you can see, this match went back and forth, back and forth. Austin Aries had Dean Ambrose in the last chancery a couple of times. But it wasn't enough to put the lunatic fringe away. You see there the running knee. Shades of William Regal. Except for the brass knucks. That's another trademark by William Regal. The lunatic fringe. This is a little bit smarter. Coming up next is going to be another hard-hitting affair between Sheamus and Shinsuke Nakamura for the first time ever. And here comes Sheamus, the multiple-time WWE World Champion, former Royal Rumble winner, Mr. Money in the Bank. Sheamus has done it all in his professional wrestling career with WWE. A number of weeks ago, he knocked off Finn Balor. And Balor won the title from Chris Jericho at Final Bell. Sheamus is owed a championship match here at some point in the future. That's got to be still in the back of the mind of general managers Edge and Christian. Here comes another man that's not afraid to fight and trade blows like Sheamus, Shinsuke Nakamura, the king of strong style. The two-time NXT champion former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. Again, one of the more charismatic superstars to ever step foot in a 20-by-20 ring. The ever popular and charismatic Shinsuke Nakamura, he's ready to do battle against the Celtic Warrior Sheamus. And here we go, first time ever, Sheamus and Nakamura. And Nakamura gaining firm control of the matchup earlier on with that power slam, or scoop slam rather. Sheamus is an all-out brawler. And Shinsuke Nakamura is studying strong style. I believe the only difference between Sheamus and Shinsuke is, like I just said, Sheamus is more of a brawler, like a bar fight, and Shinsuke is a more technically profound striker as he lands that running power bomb. I believe that's the only difference between the two, and either one of those styles can get you a distinct advantage over the other. Technically profound or unorthodox brawling German suplex from Shinsuke to Sheamus. In the meantime, and Sheamus countering with a hard lariat. Empty off the kick, and Shinsuke, another side suplex. And a hard knee, and another hard knee. Going for a third hard knee right on the tip of the kneecap, right to the temple of Sheamus. My God, never seen that kind of aggression before out of Shinsuke Nakamura. My God. And Shinsuke got Sheamus perked up on the top rope. He looks to deliver a German suplex to Sheamus off the top rope. Into the cover goes Shinsuke onto Sheamus. And Sheamus still able to kick out even after those multiple shots to the head. My God. The knees making direct impact to Sheamus, and now Shinsuke into the Boston Crab. Single leg Boston Crab. The Celtic Warrior. Now Sheamus with a suplex to put a stop to Shinsuke and the momentum he's building up. Now Shinsuke anticipating the counter. Swing over. DDT. Technically sound. Now Shinsuke goes for the arm bar. I'm not sure if it's a modified triangle or a modified arm bar. I think it might be more of a vertical triangle choke. But now Shinsuke, the inverted exploder suplex. And Shinsuke is starting to feel it. And Shinsuke again with those hard knees right to the head of Sheamus, right in the temple. That's got to be doing some serious damage to the Celtic Warrior. And Shinsuke Nakamura looking to put away the Celtic Warrior with the Kinshasa. Shinsuke into the cover on Sheamus. And Shinsuke picks up the win over Sheamus. Like I said, it was going to be a hard-hitting affair. And it was nothing short of hard-hitting affairs. My God. Those first series of knee strikes from Shinsuke has got to be the turning point of this match. We saw the Exploder and then the Kinshasa. Right into Sheamus's cranium. And Shinsuke Nakamura picks up a huge win over Sheamus. As I alluded to earlier in the beginning of the show, we're going to hear from co-general manager Christian in regards to the Twitch TV Championship match that happened over at Overtime, ended in scrutiny and controversy. I'm sure we're going to hear from Christian in regards to that matchup coming up next. I know you guys are upset as much as I am over the Twitch TV Championship match at Overtime. But I promise you on good authority that next week there's going to be a rematch for the Twitch TV Championship. Kevin Owens will get another shot at Dolph Ziggler for the Twitch TV Championship next week, except this time it's going to be no holds barred for the Twitch TV Championship. For those who didn't know, Dolph Ziggler utilized the champion's advantage. They're utilizing the countout roll, which seems to be a trending topic here in RCW in all of our matches. And I can promise you that we're going to try and limit that to as much as we can. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys are enjoying the show. I'll catch you guys later on. Have a good one. So co-general manager Christian making the announcement that next week here on StrikeZone we're going to get a Twitch TV Championship rematch. It's going to be Falls Count Anywhere this time. Falls Count Anywhere, no holds barred. It's going to be a hell of a fight for the Twitch TV Championship. Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler. But nonetheless, we're moving on to some women's division action. The first of two matches here tonight. We got Paige and Becky Lynch in one-on-one action. And here comes the youngest ever WWE Divas Champion, Paige. Makes her way to the ring for one-on-one action against her former best friend, Becky Lynch. Of course, Paige and Becky, part of the Divas at the time, the Divas Revolution, over a couple of summers ago, when Becky and Sasha and Charlotte all got called up from NXT and led to all the factions between Team Bella, Team Bad, and Team PCB. And of course, Becky and Paige were a part of Team PCB, and the other member being Charlotte. Which indeed we will see Charlotte later on in one-on-one action. With Becky Lynch following a big win over at Overtime against Nia Jax. Look to be still in the hunt for the title later on in her career here in RCW. RCW's resident steampunk, Becky Lynch. And again, Paige being a two-time WWE Divas champion, the youngest ever. And Becky Lynch, the inaugural SmackDown Live Women's Champion. Both great champions in their own right. Love to become RCW Women's Champion. Championship held currently by Asuka, formerly by Sasha Banks, Nikki Bella, and Bayley, of course. And the body slam there from Becky Lynch to Paige. Now wearing down the arm to at some point set up the disarmer. Both these ladies very technically sound in the ring. And of course, Paige with a bit of a wrestling pedigree with her family over in the UK. And Paige with the European uppercut, pardon the pun. But both these women are over from their great continent of Europe. And Becky Lynch again working the arm of Paige in the middle of the ring. Definitely a position that Paige does not want to be in. And Becky Lynch a kick to the back. This match has been all Becky Lynch so far. Paige hasn't been able to get out of the box yet. Again, another European uppercut from Paige. This time a backbreaker to follow it up. And again, momentum in RCW or any pro wrestling promotion in the matter, the momentum turns like a dime. One competitor one moment and one moment the next. And Paige with the inverted DDT. Counter with what looked like Becky was going for some sort of maneuver. Double leg takedown from Becky Lynch to Paige. Now a boot to the chest to Paige. Now Paige chopping the leg of Becky Lynch and a super kick right to the Irish lass kicker. Now Paige Setting up for the page turner. And into the cover on Becky Lynch. And Becky barely kicking out of the page turner. Now Becky with a counter into the face buster. And Becky again looking for some sort of slam there, but Paige countering with the Rampage DDT. To Becky Lynch, pulling her to the middle of the ring. Is Becky able to kick out of the Rampage? And she does. My goodness. I mean, we all know the straight fire passion that Becky has, and she goes for another double leg takedown. But even then, off the page turner into the Rampage, not good to be in. And Becky again working the arms of Paige for the disarmer. Now here comes that straight fire attitude from Becky Lynch. Goes for the head scissors. Delivers a series of elbows to the head of Paige. And now Becky with the back exploder suplex. And now Becky not in great position in terms of where she is in the ring, but getting the disarmer onto Paige. And Paige immediately grabbing the bottom rope to force the break. And Becky, drop kick to the back of the head of Paige. And Paige with a face buster. And a hard trio of headbutts to Becky Lynch. And of course these two women, again part of Team PCB. In the Divas Revolution, these two ladies know each other so well, like the back of their hand. Dragon screw takedown from Becky Lynch. Into the cover on Paige. And Paige still able to fight. These two know each other so well from their time down in NXT. And becoming to the center stage of WWE. And Becky again, another back exploder suplex, a second one to Paige. Another face buster from Paige into the page turner again to Becky Lynch into the cover. I'm not sure, it might have been Becky knowing the ring had well enough ring presence. The referee forced a rope break. And Paige now, again, another Rampage DDT to Becky Lynch in this cover. And Becky still continuing to fight. This is a hell of a matchup, ladies and gentlemen. This is only our second match. Excuse me, our third match out of 7. And Becky following the takedown in the cover, and Paige able to kick out once again. Missile drop kick from Becky Lynch. And Paige again raining down the elbows to the top of the head of Paige. European uppercut from Becky Lynch. And Becky again working the arms of Paige into the cover. And Paige able to kick out. Hard kick to the back. And this time Paige looking for a suplex. or a slam. And again, these two know each other so well. Counter after counter. Full Nelson facebuster from Page, and Page wants to get this match over and done with a third page turner to Becky Lynch. Into the cover off that sequence, and Page puts away Becky Lynch. Hell of a matchup and hell of a finish in a sequence from Page. My God. Hell of a contest between these two women here in RCW. My goodness. Back exploders, page turners. Everywhere you look. There's another back exploder, and here's the finish, the third page turner. And that sealed the win for Paige over Becky Lynch. And coming up next, in our continuation of singles matches, we got Baron Corbin taking on Sami Zayn. Of course, Baron Corbin went one-on-one with Seth Rollins, the current RCW World Heavyweight Champion, and Baron Corbin took Seth Rollins to his limits a couple of weeks ago. And again, a couple of weeks ago, Baron Corbin was involved in a matchup with Seth Rollins, and again, yeah, Baron Corbin took Rollins to his limits, and as Finn Balor looked on in Corbin's corner and try and still get some extra details that he could utilize in his match against Seth Rollins at overtime, and Rollins, off the frog splash at overtime, became the new RCW World Champion. And here comes the man who would also like to be in the championship picture. The underdog from the underground, Sami Zayn. A number of months ago, he put away Randy Orton in one-on-one action. It was a huge upset. The former NXT champion, Sami Zayn, getting ready for one-on-one action here in RCW here in Dayton, Ohio. Here we go. Sami Zayn and Baron Corbin. Sami out of the gate. A backbreaker to Baron Corbin. Wants to gain control of this matchup earlier on. Take the big man down. And of course, these two were involved in the elimination of Braun Strowman with Ty Dillinger, among others, to eliminate Braun Strowman out of the Royal Rumble in 2017. Northern Lights suplex from Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is meaning all business here tonight, not letting up at all on Baron Corbin. Now Corbin gaining control off the belly to belly to Sami Zayn, and repeated stomps to the chest of Sami. And Sami with an uppercut. It looked like he was going for a bit of a pile driver there. Baron Corbin luckily able to counter with a side Russian leg sweep. Into the side headlock. Sami with a brainbuster, sit out brainbuster there. Then an elbow to the back. A huge frame of Baron Corbin. And Corbin with a right elbow to the counter, and Sami fighting him back into the corner. Like we're watching a Rocky movie. Now Sami again taking it all to Baron Corbin in this matchup. Springboard moonsault to Baron Corbin. And Sami again with another, not sure if it's a brainbuster or what, but second time we've seen that maneuver. Baron Corbin with the STO. To Sami Zayn. Now Corbin just slamming Sami's face right into the mat. Another right hand from the Golden Gloves boxing champion. Samoan drop from Baron Corbin. Now this match has become all Baron Corbin. He's going for a maneuver there. DDT. I believe Baron Corbin might have been looking for the deep six. But Sami with the counter into the DDT. And then back on the attack in the elbows. Very two contrasting styles. And Sami exploder right into the turnbuckle. And Sami might be looking to put this match away here with the Coquina clutch, or the Koji clutch. Baron Corbin far enough away from the ropes, and Baron Corbin taps out to the Koji clutch. Another big win for Sami Zayn. Baron Corbin taps out to the Koji clutch. And again, this match was all Sami Zayn, and my God, this match was over even before it started. Sami Zayn is all business here. Coming up next, we got tag team action. It looks like the newest member of the Ascension is going to be Emma, as they take on Enzo and Cass. Let's see if the Ascension could definitely use Emma to try and rise them up in the ranks for the tag team division, since it seems like the current champions, Team Altitude, have taken on all comers and nobody's been able to stop them.
My name is Enzo Amore, and I am a certified G and a bona fide star, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Big Cass, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest guys in a room. How you doing?
And here come Enzo and Cass. Believe it or not, they are former RCW Tag Team Champions. They've been on top of the mountain before, way back in December. And RCW is Winners Wrath in their third and final opportunity at the Tag Team Champs. They won the titles, forced to defend in the second episode of 2017. And they would lose the titles once again to the current champs, Team Altitude, Ryder and Neville.
We have one word to describe him, and I'm gonna spell it out for you. S-A-W-F-T.
And of course, it's a great opportunity for both these tag teams to showcase what they're made of, to ascend the ladder in the tag team division, since seems like since the arrival of Gallows and Anderson, both the club and Team Altitude have been dominating the tag team division as of late. And of course, Emma becoming the newest member of the Ascension. The Ascension, the former NXT Tag Team Champions, one of the more dominant teams down in NXT. Have yet been able to get out of the blocks. And Connor immediately out of the gate attacking Enzo Amore as these two start off. It seems like the crowd here at Dayton is glad that it seems like Enzo's getting the wind knocked out of him. And Enzo immediately into the submission on Connor. And Connor been able to break free out of this submission. A scoop slam. Face buster by Enzo. Another counter after counter. These teams have been biting at the bit to get on the card for StrikeZone, and now this time Connor with a submission to Enzo Amore. And Enzo introduced his Connor to his knee. And Enzo taking the fight to Connor. Running down elbows, and here comes Big Cass. Tag to the bigger men of this tag team match, Connor and Big Cass. And Connor's not done yet, and this crowd seems to be loving it that Enzo and Cass are being taken to by the Ascension. here in Dayton, Ohio. Again, Connor isolating Cass from Enzo Amore. A smart strategy, but you gotta respect the 10 count and get him back in the ring for this match to continue. A count of 4 now. Double axe handle from Connor. A count of 5 now from the ref. Which again, co-general manager Christian has addressed this issue that this seems to be a trending thing happening in here in RCW, that all the matches end in a count out. Again, that is a trending issue here in RCW. Nobody paying attention to the 10 count, and this is what happens. Ends in a draw. Coming up next, Charlotte and Carmella in one-on-one action. And here comes Carmella. She's had a hell of a start here in RCW, taking on Nia Jackson, among many others. I believe more recently Alexa Bliss. And now Carmella's got a big test in front of her. She takes on the multiple-time women's champion Charlotte Flair. Charlotte, a 4-time WWE Women's Champion, the final Divas Champion, when the title was retired at WrestleMania 32. And the women's division in WWE was reinvigorated, revamped, taken just as seriously as the men. And again, if Carmella wants to continue to ascend the ladder here in RCW, she's got to take on Charlotte Flair, probably one of the toughest women you ever want to be facing in a 20-by-20 ring, halfway, or face them across the ring. But Carmella's not afraid to fight. She's taking it right to Charlotte. Right into the face buster. And the knee to the back. And this would honestly be a hell of an upset if Carmella does be able to beat Charlotte here tonight. And Charlotte with the height advantage over Carmella off the standing drop kick. Into the wheelbarrow face buster to Carmella. Now Charlotte, middle rope. What she's looking for here from the middle rope, looking for a missile drop kick. Beautifully done by Charlotte. And Carmella again back on the attack. Now letting up on the multiple-time women's champion. And a crucifix takedown by Charlotte. And then Charlotte using her legs to her advantage. With the body scissors. And Charlotte, a sidewalk slam to Carmella. Into the cover goes Charlotte. And Carmella still able to fight. As this match is still getting out of the blocks here. And Charlotte showing the pedigree. Being the daughter of the 16-time world champion, 2-time Hall of Famer, Ric Flair. Carmella coming up empty off the drop kick. Able to recover. Looking for a spine buster. Charlotte able to counter with a takedown. Into the high rolling knee. Right to the face of Carmella. And Charlotte with a spear. From out of nowhere, Charlotte hits the spear to Carmella. And again, continuing to rain down the knees to the face of Carmella. Again, more knees right to the face. And Carmella back in control off the leg drop. And another running drop kick to the back of the neck to Charlotte. And Carmella getting the crowd behind her. Carmella into the code of silence. The code of silence on the champion, but Charlotte, with those long legs, was able to get her foot on the bottom rope. Able to break the code of silence. And a soccer ball kick right to the abdomen of Charlotte as Carmella goes into the cover again on Charlotte. Charlotte able to kick out of the pinning predicament. Again, this would be a huge upset if Carmella is able to pin Charlotte here right in the middle of the ring. And Charlotte introducing Carmella to the ring, going post to post. Double leg takedown by Carmella. As Carmella climbs up to the top rope. Carmella with a, not sure whether it was a vertical cross body. And into the Boston Crab goes Carmella, and Charlotte's got nowhere to go. The leg strength of Charlotte, able to shake off Carmella. And then a swinging neck breaker from Charlotte Flair. Fireman's carry into the flapjack to Carmella. Send her at least probably 7 and 8 feet in the air. And the Luthez press from Carmella. I believe that's what she might have been looking to do to Charlotte from the top rope, but came up empty off the landing. And Charlotte kicking out the count of 1. Carmella again climbing to the top rope. Send a message to Charlotte and the Divas in the women's locker room. Coming up empty off the splash. And Charlotte back on the attack with a second spear. Now this matchup is all but over. And Charlotte's looking for natural selection to Carmella. Into the cover goes Charlotte. And Charlotte pins Carmella off natural selection. It looked like for the majority of the matchup that Carmella's going to pin the four-time women's champion, or five-time women's champion, Charlotte. We did see the code of silence only for a moment with Charlotte. And a bit more experience, able to put away Carmella. Coming up next, we're going to hear from Finn Balor following losing the RCW World Championship to Seth Rollins at overtime. Look, I know Seth came out here and slapped you guys all right here in the face, saying that he doesn't need your support, never needed it, but I can tell you one person who always needs your support, and that is me. I've never gone anywhere without the support of the crowd. That's why I'm going to invoke my rematch clause for RCW Anything Goes. And the match stipulation that I choose for our rematch at RCW Anything Goes is a tables, ladders, and chairs match. So Edge, Christian, draw up the paperwork, because I'm coming back for Seth Rollins, and I'm coming back for my title. Finn Balor invoking his rematch clause. But this time he wants a tables, ladders, and chairs match for the RCW World Championship. That should be extremely interesting. But coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our main event here on StrikeZone. The phenomenal one, AJ Styles, taking on the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt. And here comes the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, who had an opportunity at the RCW World Championship match following a fatal four-way at the current champion, at the time, Chris Jericho. At RCW Hell on Earth inside Hell in a Cell, AJ was very, very close, mind you, to winning the championship. But Jericho, the crafty veteran, still able to walk out of Hell on Earth and the Hell in a Cell with the title. AJ Styles, a champion all over the world, no matter where he goes. Former WWE champion. But AJ's opponent is the inaugural RCW World Champion, only to hold the title for a number of weeks until he was beaten by Jericho in a tables match back in November at RCW Thanks for Nothing. And Bray Wyatt, also a former Twitch TV champion, won it in Hell in a Cell against Cesaro, lost it a month later to Dolph Ziggler in a triple threat match with Cesaro. And of course these two have feuded only slightly, with John Cena over the WWE Championship a few times over on SmackDown Live. Here we go, main event time, ladies and gentlemen. AJ Styles and Bray Wyatt. And Wyatt out of the gate, pump handle slam to AJ Styles. And a hard elbow right to the face of AJ from Wyatt. And Wyatt's been dominant since the start of this matchup. A knee right to the face of AJ.
I'm the eater of worlds.
And Bray wants to lay waste to the phenomenal one. Another back suplex from Bray Wyatt to AJ Styles. The crowd here in Dayton is chanting, Bray is going to kill you. And AJ with a suplex of his own to Bray Wyatt. And AJ springboard, oh my God, all the way across the ring. Springboard maneuver. And of course AJ back at RCW Overtime with one-on-one with Luke Harper. But that was also a very back and forth contest. Looked like Harper was going to put away the phenomenal one a few times, but AJ was able to beat Luke Harper. Of course, former Wyatt family members Harper and Wyatt. And they both decided when they first signed here to RCW that they would go on their own paths. And indeed they did. With Wyatt becoming an RCW Twitch TV and World Heavyweight Champion. As AJ sweeps the leg of Wyatt, and Wyatt immediately kicking out off the leg sweep. Then Harper being the man on a mission, the one who is unstoppable. He just reigns terror here in RCW. Luke Harper does. A back body drop from Wyatt to Styles, and Wyatt uncharacteristically is going to the top rope with a jumping senton to AJ Styles. And Wyatt with a counter for a capture suplex to AJ Styles, and this match has been all Wyatt. He goes for the running senton to AJ Styles, and again the crowd's ball behind it. Bray Wyatt. And AJ been able to shake off Wyatt into the cover, center of the ring. And Wyatt again immediately kicking out after one. And a right lariat from Bray Wyatt to AJ Styles, and now Wyatt is setting up to put away AJ Styles. And introduced into the lost but not forgotten Sister Abigail to AJ Styles into the cover. And Wyatt decimates AJ Styles. Again, this matchup was all Bray Wyatt, just like in the past, and just in the past in general, and in his entire career here in RCW, Wyatt has been dominant. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be our show for tonight. Thank you everybody so much for watching. We'll catch you next time right here on the Strike Zone. Have a good one.